Fellow Nigerians, we members of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria have decided to have a sober reflection on the activities of the government of Nigeria and what is happening in our country today. Therefore, we have decided to spend June 12th, Democracy Day of 2020, by writing a letter to all former presidents of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I hereby read the letter. All former Nigerian presidents and heads of state, retired General Dr. Yakubu Gowon, GCFR, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFR, retired General Ibrahim Babangida, KGCB, GCFR, Chief Ernest Shonekan, GCFR, retired General Abdul Salami Abubakar, GCFR MNI, Dr. Jonathan Goodluck, GCFR GCON, through Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, Your Excellencies, an appeal for urgent national rescue and reconstruction. Kindly permit us to respectfully write to you through Chief Olusegun Obasanjo in respect of his experience both as a military head of state and civilian president. We are also aware that it will be quicker to reach all of you through him because of the respect you all have for each other. We are compelled to write to you today in commemoration of the Democracy Day, 12 June 2020, because we reasoned that you remain the innate conscience and one of the most reliable hopes for our country, which is currently passing through extremely difficult times. We are happy to note that since you all left office, you have not been silent on issues that will propel our country, Nigeria, into stability and greatness. You have continued to contribute your bits, and you are highly appreciated. We have also learned from you not to be silent when there is need to speak, act, and contribute to national development. Today, due to the dynamics of life, we are experiencing many issues in our country which everybody is familiar with and worried about. It will be very unfair if we decide to remain silent when there is serious work to do. Our coalition was formed by Nigerians resident in Diaspora with the goal of fostering democracy and security in Nigeria. We are currently established in 40 countries and spreading across Nigerian states. Though we are far away, we hold our country very dearly and have followed with rapt attention every bit of the happenings. Now, we cannot pretend that all is well. We are writing to respectfully ask that you use your highly respected positions and lend your voices to some objectives we have set out to pursue for the good of our great country, Nigeria. There is no gainsaying the fact that our country is bleeding from all sides. With this humble medium, we wish to honestly plead with you as a matter of urgent national concern that you should kindly visit President Muhammadu Buhari on our behalf and on behalf of millions of Nigerians who share the same passion and anxiety. After the visit, you may wish to take a step further as our kind fathers to present our request to the National Assembly for dispassionate deliberation, because we know that they will definitely listen to you. They equally hold you all in high esteem. This we know. kindly permit us to rest under the shadow of the respect that Nigerians and Africans have for you. The areas in which we request your kind support and representation are as follows. 1. A brand new Nigerian constitution. Though we are aware that the 9th Assembly recently set up a committee to review and possibly amend the Nigerian constitution, we believe that drafting an entirely new constitution is what we presently need as a country. The 1999 constitution is hinged on the 1979 constitution. It has been tinkered with on several occasions. Even when we mend our vehicles, there comes a time to consider buying a new one. 41 years after the 1979 constitution was written, it has been overtaken by current events. We need a brand new constitution that is generally debated, understood, and agreed upon. A constitution that will enhance social harmony, political stability, equitable welfare, and general representation. The time has come to balance the equation in order to renew patriotism amongst Nigerians and to ameliorate seething ethnic tensions, agitations, discontent, and deprivation across the country. There are urgent needs to reform in various areas in regards to election, balance of power, overhauling the security architecture, and other innovations that may arise when public debates are called. 2. Electronic voting. Though this could be fully addressed in the new constitution, it is important to specifically categorize this because of the importance of elections in national development. Once an election goes wrong, 4 or 8 years of development is wasted. Hitherto, many of our compatriots have been killed and injured during previous elections in the quest to choose leaders. 58 of us were reportedly killed in the 2019 elections. Around 100 of us were reportedly killed during and after the 2015 elections. Around 800 of us were reportedly killed and about 40,000 persons injured during and after the elections of 2011. In the 2003 elections, about 100 of us were reportedly killed. Those killed during these elections were quickly forgotten. Should we allow our elections to continue like this? The era of disenfranchisement of voters and voters' apathy must be put to an end if we must move forward as a people. Africa is looking up to us. Our elections must no longer be subjects of mockery to international observers. There is an urgent need to introduce electronic voting that should work in such a way that we could vote from the comforts of our homes by using our mobile telephones and their SIM cards intertwined with our voters' cards and biometrics. Such a system will be safe and very cost-effective. Results will be quick, easy to collect, and very reliable. For voters in very remote areas that do not have mobile telephones, special telephones could be introduced to them by INEC in polling stations. In such cases, they could easily have details of their voters' cards to vote through such telephones. If countries like Somaliland could introduce world-class innovation where their citizens now vote with iris biometric, then there is an imperative challenge for Nigeria to do more. 3. Regional restructuring. Nigerians have been clamoring for regional restructuring in line with the current 6 geopolitical zones as a way of enhancing autonomy, better fiscal discipline, effective distribution of administrative duties, speedy development, and more efficient policing. Regionalism will bring about competitiveness in harnessing our various resources which are spread all over the country. It is no longer news that the value of oil is falling fast. Regionalism in the 60s promoted export and brought huge resources to our country and made us the giants of Africa when there were little or no dependence on oil. 4. Diaspora voting. Since the initiative of forming the Nigerians in Diaspora organization during the tenure of former President Obasanjo, Nigerians abroad have undeniably made huge economic contributions to the Nigerian economy through remittances. With an estimated number of 17 million in diaspora, that number is higher than the election results that brought Muhammadu Buhari into office in 2019. There is no justifiable reason to delay approving and setting up machineries for diaspora voting towards the 2023 election. The National Assembly simply need to quickly amend the provisions of Section 13, subsection 1C of the Electoral Act 2006 as amended, and Section 77, subsection 2, and Section 117, subsection 20 of the Constitution to enable diaspora voting. This has become imperative since the enactment of the Nigerian Diaspora Commission Act in Official Gazette number 67, volume 104 of the NIGCOM Act, which among others provides for the engagement of Nigerians in diaspora in the policies, projects, and participation in the development of Nigeria. Our African friends deride us that we pride ourselves as the giant of Africa, but not giant enough to put in place simple electoral policies to ensure diaspora voting, just as smaller countries like Senegal, Benin, Kenya, and South Africa have done. The denial and disenfranchisement has become a continuing source of embarrassment to us. There is enough time for our government to work towards ensuring that Nigerians in diaspora cast their votes in the 2023 elections. Apart from voting, parliamentary seats should be allocated to diasporans as a way of bridging the gap and infusing lessons learned from sojourning in foreign countries. Countries like Cape Verde reserved 6 out of its 72 parliamentary seats to its diaspora. Angola lost 3 out of 226, while Algeria lost 8 out of its 389 parliamentary seats. Nigeria could do better. Government could even consider diasporans for the position of Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. 5. Healing and national reconciliation. This is what we urgently need across our country. Charges against all political activists should be dropped. Political detainees should be released from detention, and committees should be set up to reconcile ethnic clashes, just as political parties settle their aggrieved members. We should ignite patriotism among Nigerians that are steadily losing hope in the system. We are optimistic that each of all the proposals suggested herein could be accomplished within 6 months if the right political will is applied. This is especially so because we are very anxious that if these actions are implemented, we could, with renewed vigor, enter year 2023 in clean slate, where our motto of unity and faith, peace and progress could truly be achieved, though tongue and tribe may differ. Well, thank you and appreciate you for your time, and we look forward to your kind reply. This letter is signed by me, Frederick Odorige, Global Coalition Coordinator, and Edmond Ike, General Secretary. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.